Hello, I'm Larson Halleck, your unlicensed personal trainer, and this is my new series, The Fail Order Catalogue, in which I review home workout videos, martial arts instructional books, gizmos and gadgets, and other things intended to improve your health and well-being. Let me introduce you to Scott Steiner, an American amateur and professional wrestler whose workout video we will review today. He is known for being an All-American wrestler at the University of Michigan, as well as having a stunning degree of athleticism for a man of his size in his professional wrestling career. Until about 1998, when he became best known for
See, throughout my career, I've wrestled in a lot of countries.
Get my bags! Get my bags!
You're gonna be taking splinters out of your fat asses!
He is the greatest man alive.
This is going to be transcendent. The film begins with Scott lecturing us on motorcycle safety. And by that, I mean he rides in with some floozy as a bad ripoff of Bad to the Bone plays. Scott gives us his credentials non-verbally, as you can plainly see that his arm is bigger than the woman's torso.
Kelly, if you thought I got freaky with you last night, you're about ready to walk in to my freak show.
Scott's a scholar and a gentleman. And then we get a ripoff of Back in Black, as a Mini Cooper drives in the background. Because nothing adds to your badass credentials like a tiny car making an unscripted run-in.
Gotta warm up here? Yeah, Kelly, slow down. Got my heart rate up.
We then cut to a gym where three women slowly realize that they're going to have to pretend they're attracted to Scott for the next 90 minutes. Freakzilla advocates warming up, and then does so.
You're making me really hot right now. You're making me really hot right now.
Now I know why they call you Big Papa, Stud.
Kelly?
Shut up!
Okay, that's not actually what he said, but you were expecting it for a second, weren't you? No, Scott's just putting on an additional 250 pounds on the bench press.
Alright. Now don't help me unless I tell you, okay?
Do I need to point out that those three women working together could not lift that bar? Hell, they probably couldn't even lift my bench. So it's at this point that you probably notice there's very little instructions being given in this instructional video. Wait a minute. This is literally just going to be a video of Scott Steiner working out, isn't it?
Kelly, you always said more. Right? You want more? You didn't say more.
What the hell are you talking about?
Alright, still at the freak show, you girls.
You also might notice that Scott mentions his freak show a couple of times in the movie.
Alright, still at the freak show, you go. It's a freak show. Baby, part of the freak show. Yeah. Alright, next exercise, freak show triceps. And you just witnessed me in my freak zone. Oh, dumbbell curls. You know what they say? Girls for the girls.
Sadly, I do in fact know that that is what they say.
Rain. Missy.
What about me?
Kelly. Oh, I forgot about you.
He says he didn't forget about her, but then he doesn't say her name. You are a liar, sir.
Shut up!
It's about here that the biggest surprise comes. Scott actually does work out his legs. But I must say, I squat more than you, buddy.
Oh, Missy, this is too late. Come on, get on my back, baby. Come on. Oh, yeah.
And I feel my ego rapidly shriveling up. As I deliberately cut to another part of the film, the brief compound workout is sidelined by tricep isolation, because of course it is.
Come on. Come on, straddle me. Oh my God.
I love it when you take that.
Oh, you get...
Women in gyms do not act like this, people, as much as I wish they did. Scott stares blankly into space for a couple of seconds, then he just instinctively starts flexing.
And you just witnessed me in my freak zone. Maybe it's right. Maybe it ain't.
Gee, if only there was some kind of word that meant the opposite of right.
Now stay tuned, because I will get you ready for the match of your life.
Scott briefly becomes some sort of pornographic lawnmower man, and then the workout resumes.
Hey guys, maybe you worked out before, maybe you haven't.
Damn, for a second I really thought this was going to be a video of Scott working out and abusing women for 2 hours.
The next warm-up we're going to do is a sky-high sit-up with a ball.
Does anybody really believe that Scott has ever done any ball exercise in his life?
Do a simple push-up off the ball. Make sure your chest touches that ball. Come on, Tammy, I'm watching your chest.
Now that I believe.
It's stabilized. And remember, I'm not coming to your house. So wedge this against a couch or whatever. All right, Tammy, squat down for me.
I've always preferred ass-to-grass squats myself, and I'm sure the camera's showing Scott from the neck down for a perfectly good reason. There it is.
But your body. Tammy, you're looking good.
Next we have a chest press. Scott mildly harasses this woman, and she tries really hard to pretend she likes it.
With all my workouts, you start with a warm-up, the workout, and a cool-down.
Yeah, because if there's one thing I associate with Scott Steiner, it's cooling down.
You guys are doing great. I'm gonna make you one of my freaks.
No thanks, Scott.
All those other freaks nationwide watching is separate your hips and put your ass out. And a daddy will make you pass out.
Stick around. I'm gonna show you a series of stretches.
Oh, please, Scott. Teach me about mobility.
Stretch.
In all seriousness, he goes over toe touches, good mornings, quad stretches, and all the kickin' porno music. We plunge back into the metaverse for the intermediate workout.
We're at the intermediate level. A little bit more strenuous.
You will master English one of these days, Scott.
For all my workouts, we started with a warm-up, the workout, and then a cool-down. Get on a treadmill. Get on a stationary bike. Don't have either one of those? Chase your wife. Chase your girlfriend. I know you got one of those.
But what if you don't? So it's at this point that Scotty starts to go into more in-depth exercises targeting regions of the body.
We had 2 exercises per body part. For the chest, big papa pump, the chest press, and the cable flies. The first exercise I'm going to demonstrate for the chest is a barbell bench press. I want a slow, concise movement on the way down. Don't bounce it off your chest. And extend your arms all the way up.
Scott giving surprisingly valid advice.
The last exercise for chest is cable fly. On this exercise, I don't want you to bend over. I want you to stand upright and bring the weight down.
Yeah, I guess this is okay. I've never actually done one of these.
For back, I want you to do a seated, pull down in front, and a 1-arm dumbbell row.
You ever hear of pull-ups, Scott? Anyway, the dumbbell row advice is valid if you ever wanted to do one for some strange reason. I better stop before I make him angry.
Okay, get cannonball shoulders like these. The last exercise for shoulders is a seated shoulder press. You can do this in a machine, or you can do it with a barbell like I'm doing now. But remember, go all the way up, go all the way down.
Says the guy who is not, in fact, going all the way up and down. Or maybe he is. I don't actually think he can straighten his arms out anymore.
You gotta force the blood into your shoulders.
Sound advice. He then goes over the triceps. Personally speaking, I feel the triceps are sufficiently worked with compound exercises like the bench press, the one-hand push-up, and the dip. But what do I know? I'm not a genetic freak.
The first exercise for the legs is a dumbbell sissy squat.
It still really surprises me that Scott works his legs. Anyway, sissy squats are great if you want leg development without hitting the buttocks.
It's a seated ab twist. At home, just grab a phone book.
You're just making this up, aren't you, Scott?
Okay, the last exercise for the abs to strengthen up your midsection and strengthen up your core is something I like to call a big papa's crunch.
I have to ask again. Do you people really see Big Papa Pump ever doing a crunch in his life? The advanced workout, heralded by porn music.
I want to make you become a genetic freak just like me. Genetic. Now, we'll be doing 4 exercises per body part.
Before I can question the necessity of doing so much isolation, Scott goes on to explain what they are, but not before delightfully stumbling over his words.
And if you got anything left, the 4th exercise is a bench press with a barbell to the neck. And do not touch your shirt.
What a strange thing to emphasize.
The triangle dumbbell press. Now remember, I want a full stretch, and I want you to touch the dumbbells. Now remember, after every set on the chest, we're gonna do push-ups.
That makes 5 exercises for the chest, Scott, not 4. And you used to be such a good mathematician.
So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Your chances of winning drastically go down. So Samoa Joe, you take your 30-30 and a third chance, minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
The next exercise we're doing for chest is incline barbell presses.
I would say you should have a spotter for this, but I'm not half the man he is.
Now do your push-ups. Next exercise we're gonna do for the chest is dumbbell flies with a hammer grip. Now remember, you gotta fight through the pain.
But Scott, if you're having pain in exercises, you're making a mistake and you're doing it wrong.
You gotta block out the pain, make your body grow. See, the last exercise for the chest is a bench press with the barbell to the neck. Remember, do not touch your shirt. We're gonna have to lower the weight. This is more of a controlled movement, and we're going to the throat.
Or if you're a real man, you crush your esophagus, then you block out the pain and you make your body grow.
The next exercise I want you to do is the back. Your back can never be too big. I want you walking sideways through the doorway when you're done with this workout. Third exercise is a static, dynamic dumbbell row.
But static dynamic, that doesn't make any sense.
Now get there and do it!
Okay, sir.
First exercise we're gonna do for back is wide grip chin-ups.
We see Scott doing pull-ups, which he incorrectly calls chin-ups, and he seems to be having some difficulty. My God, he's become so muscular, it's weighing him down. We found the anti-exercise equation. Also, I'm a little disturbed at how one of his lat muscles is some kind of giant tumor, but not the other one.
Now one arm is in constant flex, this one's extended, and you pull it up.
Well, now I feel like an idiot.
First exercise for the shoulders, we're gonna start with a seated hammer grip triangle dumbbell press. Make your body grow, it'll do what you want it to.
Oh yeah, then why can't I do the split?
Next body part is my favorite. This is a day I love coming to the gym. This is a day when I like watching a peak go on top of the peak. Flex at the top. Down, up, flex at the top. Gotta feel that burn. Force the blood into the bicep. I just gave you all my trade secrets. All the exercises that I do, now you're doing for a big, massive upper body. Now we gotta support that with a big, massive lower body.
Scott then advises us on gaining something he himself does not have. None of his lower leg exercises are deadlifts. The front squat is cool, but advising me to use a machine? For shame, Mr. Steiner. For shame.
Now we're ready for the next exercise.
Anyway, that's the advanced workout, but there's about 30 minutes left. What else? Yes, eat when you're physiologically hungry, as opposed to, what, emotionally hungry?
I'm hungry!
Ah, but then he clarifies, you have to let you gut tell you when you're hungry. All grammar Nazism aside, his diet is okay. Although I've always said that 6 meals a day stuff isn't practical for average Joes with 9 to 5s. Like myself. Come on guys, a couple of cookies with the kids is okay. Just don't overdo it! Baked, broiled, steamed, barbecued? I like a barbecue as much as any man, but I'm not sure that's the most healthy option. I think I just like the alliteration.
Wanted to take this time to thank all of Scott's fans.
So after Scott shows us that he's a chef, in addition to a wrestler, weightlifter, and mathematician, we then meet the producer. His footage is in black and white because he is literally paling in comparison to the genetic freak.
Bring it down, push back. You know, if you're walking around, you can say, oh, is that working your butt? You're looking good at your chest. I'm not sure. Right. It's a chest move, guys.
Oh, the director goaded him into it. You see, Scott's a gentleman. I can't say that with a straight face. What more can we use to fill time? Oh, outtakes.
Start with the bar. God, it's so legs, squats. Ah,
I don't know where the take ends and the profanity begins. Oh boy, production stills. Will the fun ever start?
I wanted it to be kind of cartoony, but...
Well, that is to say, slightly more cartoony than he usually is.
Big Papa comes to town. All my freaks come around.
So that's the Scott Steiner Freak Show workout. It's actually not that bad, although I do have some questions about it, namely a little too much focus on isolation. But then again, I have the training sensibilities of a 19th century carnival strongman. If you want to look good, do aesthetic bodybuilding, this might be the place to look. Just take it with a massive grain of salt. I'm Larson Halleck for thebarbaricgentleman.com and manicexpression.com. I'm praying that Scott Steiner does not find this video and hurt me.